What's up everybody, this is Johnny from Tech and Ease, We Speak Tech. In this video we'll be doing a full review of the Motorola Atrix 4G. We're going ahead and start this off with a fresh boot up. So while that's booting up, we'll just go over some of the specs. This is running on AT&T's HSPA Plus 4G network. This is running a 1 GHz dual-core Tegra 2 processor. Has 1 gig of RAM. Currently running Android 2.2 Froyo, but it will be upgraded later on this month, the month of July, to 2.3 Gingerbread. It has a 1930 milliamp hour battery. So we're still booting up. We'll go ahead and take a tour of the device. So we see on the front we have a 4-inch diagonal capacitive touchscreen display. This is a QHD resolution, which measures 960 pixels down by 540 across. We also have a front-facing VGA resolution camera for video conferencing. On the bottom we have 4 capacitive touchscreen buttons, menu, home, back, and search. On the top, all we have is the 3.5mm headset jack. On the right side of the device we have the volume rocker up and down. Nothing on the bottom. And on the left side we have the micro HDMI port along with the micro USB port. This phone does actually include the HDMI cord, which comes in handy. Now on the back of the device we have the 5 megapixel camera. It's also capable of shooting video at 720p high definition, along with the dual LED flash. It also has the lock button on the back of the device. This also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. And then on the bottom we have the speaker. Alright, so next we're going to talk a little bit about the user interface on this one, which is Moto Blur. Not a big fan of Moto Blur, and I'll show you guys why. Starting off with the lock screen, unlike the new HTC Sense 3.0, you have shortcuts to where you can launch applications from the lock screen. Here all you can do is swipe this way to either unlock the device, or you can swipe this way to toggle your vibrate on and off. Okay, so we'll leave that off. We'll go ahead and unlock the device. Alright, so this is Moto Blur. You see we have the large call and, your large phone and contact buttons on the bottom, along with your application tray. Also, Moto Blur doesn't include any screen previews like TouchWiz or Sense, that pinch out. This doesn't do anything. Your ways to switch between your different pages, you can either swipe left to right, or whenever you swipe you'll see it pops up on the bottom showing which screen you're on. So once you have that popped up, you can choose to go directly to whichever screen. We'll go over the notification bar. You just pull that right down. So it will show obviously your notifications here. It doesn't have any shortcuts on the top of it like HTC Sense or Samsung's TouchWiz user interface, or even LG's custom user interface has. So here you're just left with your notifications. Okay, so we're going to go over some of the widgets included in Moto Blur. You'll see here on this first screen we have the weather widget. One thing I actually do like about Moto Blur is that it does allow you to resize your widgets. So if you click and hold it, you just want to pull it right across. It'll give you a check saying that that's okay. If not, you'll get a big old X saying that that widget cannot be sized that way. So you can go ahead and leave it there. You see now it includes some additional information. Now it gives us the temperature, the high and low for the day. So that's one nice thing about Moto Blur. Here we have our contact widget. This is our photo album widget. It'll just cycle through different pictures in your photo album. Here we have all the different toggle buttons. We have GPS, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and airplane mode. This is your RSS feeds widget. Going back this way, this is your messaging widget. This is your social networking widget. And here we have the calendar widget and the clock widget. I think that's about all of them. So this is a list of all of your Motorola widgets. You'll see it does actually separate your Motorola widgets from your Android widgets. My only gripe about Moto Blur is I'm not too much a fan of the dock right here. Also, your shortcuts between pages, how you have to actually move in order for that to pop up. And really the color schemes, I don't like the bright colors. It looks almost childish. It doesn't look as well developed as either TouchWiz or Sense. That's the same problem LG's custom interface has as well. So we'll go ahead and check out the application tray. It's very standard, nothing too fancy here. So now we'll go ahead and check out the task manager and how the multitasking works on this device. So you press and hold down on the home key. It'll bring up your most recent apps. This one doesn't actually have the shortcut to the task manager. It only shows you your recent applications, so if you want to access that, it does have it built in. I don't understand why it doesn't give you the shortcut for it. So let's see right here, task manager. So go ahead and load up all your running applications. Okay, and then here you'll just have to choose which ones you would like to close. There is no kill all apps option. And then you want to end apps. You can also add applications to an auto end list. That'll kill them automatically. Okay, and that's it for the task manager. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do a quadrant standard benchmark test. See, where do we have? There we go. And this test will test the CPU and see how quick the device should be. This doesn't always translate to a snappy experience, but I feel on this phone it is pretty accurate. This phone is pretty darn fast. With the combination of the 1 GHz dual core processor and your full gigabyte of RAM, having multiple applications running at the exact same time, this device handles it very gracefully. Okay, so we're getting into the 3D graphics now. If you have supervision, you can see on the bottom it's giving your frames per second and your frame rate. Okay, we're going to go ahead and proceed for our results. And this got a score of, I don't know if that'll focus, 2688. That's actually really good. That's actually a little higher than I usually get. I usually get between 23 and 2500. This is actually a very good score, even compared to some of its other dual core competition out there. Mostly the HTC phones, both the Sense and the Evo 3D, average between 19 to 2100. But it doesn't really compare to something like the Samsung Galaxy S2, which won't score under 3000. So, and like I said, I think it's pretty accurate. You'll see this phone is really zippy. It has no problem handling tasks even when you have multiple applications running. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and take a look at the text messaging application along with the keyboard. Go ahead and launch that, launch a new message. Okay, so this phone comes pre-installed with 2 different keyboards. You're given the swipe keyboard along with the multi-touch keyboard. Gingerbread and Go keyboard, I actually installed those afterwards. So first we'll take a look at the multi-touch. I actually really enjoy the multi-touch keyboard. We'll go ahead and type in a quick message. The New York Yankees are awesome. And you see that was with perfect accuracy, no troubles there. It also has really good auto correction features. And you'll see, because of the nice 4-inch screen, you're given a very large keyboard in landscape mode. Okay, now as far as first we'll go ahead and check out the swipe keyboard. Okay, now one thing for me that's really strange, you see this is the first time I launch it, is it's white. I've never seen a white swipe keyboard before. So let's go ahead and see how accurate it is. The New York Yankees are awesome. I got the New York takes are awesome. So not too bad. And again, I haven't used swipe in quite a while. Swipe, you are also given your speak to text button. We're going to go ahead and test that out. So on the swipe keyboard, you are given your speak to text button right there in the lower right. We'll go ahead and test that out real quick. The New York Yankees are awesome. The New York Yankees are awesome. It even gave us a little exclamation point. It's a bonus right there. Alright, so let's see where exactly it is on the multi-touch keyboard. Okay, so on the multi-touch keyboard, you're actually given it's on the left hand side, along with you also have a little emoticon button, or it looks like it's just, there you go. If you press and hold it, it'll pull up all these different emoticons you can input. You have quite a few of them. You're given a little Android to display the emotion, however you're feeling. So we have a happy Android. Now we'll go ahead and let me input a contact so we can look at some of the attachment options. Okay, so we're just going to press menu and insert. Alright, so here we have the option to take a picture. We can insert a picture, we can insert audio, record audio, we can insert a video, record a video. We can also insert a slideshow and a name card. So not bad, that's quite a few options. So that's the text messaging on the Motorola Atrix 4G.